Hi everyone, this is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, Things I Wish I Knew. Today, what we'll be talking about is choosing majors. Dun, 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 dun. It's probably the hardest thing you'll ever do in college. So, the first thing I would say is don't stress out. You get into college and you're like, I need to know. No, you don't need to know right away, but you should be thinking about it. I don't want you to stress out and like, oh, this is the major I need to do. Oh no, this is the major I need to do. Just don't stress about it. At the beginning, take all the general education classes you need to take. Don't freak out too much about it. You need to declare by the end of sophomore year, your second year in college. So don't worry about it too much in your first year. First year, just get acclimated, get comfortable, get to know people, understand how to study. That's one of the hardest things, to learn how to study. Understand how things work in college. Just get acclimated first before you freak out about the major. If you don't know, it's not an issue. I know I didn't know until the end of sophomore year, and even then I was a little, I wasn't sure, but just don't stress out by yourself. Don't. Along with the first recommendation, I would say, if you don't know, take a diverse amount of GE courses and kind of see what you like. Say, take maybe a science course, take a math course, take a computer course, take a theater, take all these courses and just kind of see what you like. Dip your feet in the water and just test it. See if you like this. And if you like something, take another course in that same area and see if you like it. If you keep liking it, that's maybe what you want to pursue. Think about the future now. So what do you see yourself doing in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now? What is your plan? What's your career goal? So we want to see, okay, this is the career goal I want. Is there a major for this? Is there a major to make me better in my career goal? So for example, I want to be a doctor. I think I want to be a pediatrician. That's what I want to be. Okay, so then take the science classes so you can see how it could better your career goal. This one's kind of an awkward recommendation. So pick something that you're passionate and you're curious to learn more about, but make sure you have a future in it. And this is just an advice. You don't have to take it if you don't want it, but it's just an advice. Okay, so you're passionate about the language Italian, like you're passionate about a language, so you're passionate about French. So you major in French, all this other stuff, right? But what can you do with that major? That's where you have to understand, like, do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to live in France? This kind of stuff, because you don't want to just get a language and not use it at all. And then what are you going to do? What's going to be your job afterwards? So start thinking about that. Like, you just don't want to major in something because it's cool, and then you get out of school and you're like, I just wasted my time because now I can't use that for anything. Think about that. So say you have a couple different, maybe possible majors you're thinking of. Okay, well, this is a good thing. You have a few. You want to narrow it down. What I would recommend, and what I do all the time, I write it down, strengths and weaknesses of each. And then I let it sit, I let it simmer, I come back to it another time and read it off. And then it just seems to catch you. You're like, yeah, this is it. And that's helpful. So just as long as you need to put your head straight and in order, because sometimes you think about it and it's just kind of jumbled up. But if you write it all down and it's down, cemented, straight and everything, it makes it so much easier to decide. You're going to college to get into grad school. Say you're trying to go to medical school, trying to go to pharmacy school, trying to go to dental school. So you're going to college to get into these schools. What I would recommend is going through several different websites on several different programs. Go through their websites and check what the requirements are and see what major kind of aligns with those requirements. And I'm only saying this to try to help you save time. To go into grad school, in these kind of grad schools, you don't have to major in a specific area, but it makes it easier. So I've had a friend in dental school that majored, I can't remember if it was anthropology. Yeah, I think he majored in anthropology. But the issue was, he majored in anthropology because he was going to do something else, and then he realized he didn't want to do that. He wanted to go to dental school. So he had to go to community classes to take a bunch of these prerequisite courses that he hadn't yet taken in college. So what I would recommend is you just major in something, either some sort of sciences that can give you most of this prerequisite classes that these programs are asking for, so then you don't have to take extra courses on the end or have to take an extra year or having to do summer sessions to get caught up. So what if you're really passionate about something but you know you won't get a job with it? There's options as minoring. So you can major in one thing and minor in another, meaning you're just taking extra classes where you're really passionate about. That's not a bad thing. You can minor in that and it makes you different. You say you major in economics and you minor in photography. That is a good talking point when you end up going to, like, I don't know where you're going to work, at a bank or something. You're like, yeah, I do photography as well on the side. And you know what I'm saying? So it could help you. A minor can help you at the end of the day. One thing that helped me really decide is I actually shadowed. So I would actually recommend that. Shadowed meaning I followed somebody around and kind of saw what their job was like, their daily job. So I would either recommend volunteering, doing internships, shadowing at different places, and see what you like. You don't know you like something until you're really in it. And even then, when you're volunteering, you're not really fully in, but at least you have a glimpse of what it is, what life is doing that. Can you see yourself doing that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now? And that will help you narrow some things down. And I would always recommend that in college, because college is time to experiment things. And that's one really good way to experiment what kind of career you would want to go into. Another good thing, if you have the opportunity, is go to career fairs. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, career fairs. So you go to this big place, you just see what options there are outside. Sometimes you don't realize what options you have in careers. Sometimes you go to these careers and you're like, wait, you could do that? So that's a good option. Look at what options there are out there and see what you like, you don't like. Just good to kind of network as well. Lastly, but not the least, it's okay to change your major. It's not the end of the world if you change your major after your sophomore year. It definitely is not. If you change it drastically, it is a possibility you're gonna be a little stressed, tiny bit, because you have to go take these other courses. But don't worry about it. At the end of the day, you have to do what makes you happy. You have to do what will improve your future. And if you change it halfway, that's okay. I used to know somebody in college that changed her major, I would say like 4 or 5 times, until like the end where she figured out what she wanted to do. So don't worry about it. Also, don't stress out if you decide you go in thinking one thing and you change your mind halfway. Not a bad thing. It just means you're growing, you're diversifying, and you're becoming a better person by really getting to understand who you are, who you want of your future. Anyways, I hope that was very helpful for you. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, maybe how you figured out your major, how you're coping with figuring out your major, anything at all, please put it down on the comment section. Please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.